What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. So I just got done watching Prey, the new Predator movie on Hulu, and I must say I was entertained from start to finish. I loved how the first 30 minutes or 40 minutes of the movie was character building with I think her name is Naru, and you can see that they're all Comanche Indians, kind of like Mayans in a sense, like, you know, Aztecan or Mayans. And this predates all the Predator movies that ever came out. But I remember in Alien versus Predator, they kind of hinted at how they came to be, which was kind of what we're seeing now in terms of they came and they were doing exactly what they've always been doing, going around different planets, trying to conquer the biggest beast like a trophy. They are hunters and they naturally hunt. So that's why I like this. I love the essence of getting back to the first Predator, where you're out in nature, out in the wilderness with this Predator. So you got to use your wits of your hunting and your skills to outwit the Predator and defeat him. So it's a couple of things with this movie. Like I said, I love the plot and premise. I love the setup. I love everything about it. I love the actress who plays like Nabu, like her name, like her. I love that. I loved her story arc where it was her brother who is basically the war chief. He's the head hunter of the tribe, and she's always trying to prove herself and was like, man, you guys don't think I can hunt when I know I can because we got the same bloodline. And because she's a woman. So a lot of people don't like that, you know, really, really woke. And that was some nuances that I had with that movie as well, as far as her being a woman, that a couple of things, like when Predator slammed her, like on the ground, I'm telling myself, man, you like 110 pounds soaking wet. Slam like that, you ain't really getting back up. And she just pops right back up and starts running. And I'm kind of telling myself, I'm like, yeah, you know, some of it, I'm like, but like I said, for the most part, it could be true. And because I loved how they used that as, because she's a woman, she's not viewed as a threat. So he doesn't come after her. Predator doesn't even bother with her because he doesn't view her as a threat. And like I said in my trailer reaction, he knows how to hunt. She knows how to survive. And I love that they said that in this movie. That even with her mom was like, man, when they were hunting the lion, it was a female lion. And the lion was in a tree and she falls down and gets knocked out. I was telling myself, I'm like, I'm surprised that lion didn't eat you, coming down and just would have jumped down and tore you to pieces. But your brother brought you back to your mom. She wake up and was like, man, yeah, you don't know how to hunt, you know how to survive. And that's why I was like, yeah, you do. You're out in the wilderness, you got your hatchet with the string, you know, the tribe, the other hunters was kind of teasing her, but Predator was watching her basically the whole time. Like, I can watch you do your thing, you know. And I'm seeing how, just like in the first one, when they use that optimal thermal glaze that he does, like that just when he looks at in the thermal dynamic vision that he has, where he'll visually see like an arrow that's red or a gun it's like, so he looks at you as a threat. So he's like, okay, I gotta kill you because you got stuff that it's a weapon in your hand. I have weapons, you gotta go. So when he saw her, she was basically blue from the drink, eating the orange, like the orange leaves to keep your blood cold. And I was like, okay. When I seen that in the beginning, I was like, yes. If she knows how to make medicine, I'm like, yeah, that's going to be used later on. And then when she fell into the mud hole and she got all muddy, I was like, that's a callback to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator 1 having the mud all over his body, just because you can't pick up the thermal, your body heat. The mud covers it. So I was telling myself, okay, that's two ways that she won't be picked up. And she's just extremely instinctive. She's really, really good at tracking. So she's really studying, okay, he walked right past me, what happened? And even when that Frenchman got his leg cut off, she tried to help him, give him that stuff, and all he had to do was be quiet. But the Predator stepped on him. I was like, damn, dude. Predator stepped on that man, and he just screams, and he just like, you gotta go. Best part of the movie was when the Frenchman, and they're trying to use Naru and her brother as bait, and Predator's just hunting them, like just picking them off one by one, doing in, stylish fashion. He had a whole bunch of stuff that I've never seen. We've seen, but not seen. And I was telling myself, I'm like, okay, with the shield, he has a shield and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. And that was, to me, one of the best parts of the movie. Now, when she, fights him and defeats him, I'm sitting there telling myself, I'm like, okay, some of that stuff, really, really good luck. But, she really proved at the end she's a hunter. Now they deemed her as she's the new war chief of the tribe, that type of thing. So I like the plot and the premise and how it was with the wokeness of it. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with this film that they are aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a woman, they played into that. And I don't mind that. Now with the Predator itself, why you just couldn't keep it as the 1980s Predator that we all know and love? Like, you just could have kept with the Predator. Stop making these Predators all horrific and all monster-like. From the Predators movie, like, you wanted to make one of those, like the hybrid superior Predators, that type of thing. And I'm like, no, you could have just made a regular Predator with the same little stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell with this, they just made tweaks, and you can tell with their race, it's just different Predators they send down there to be like, hey, go down there. So we seen how the ranks work with Predators and Alien versus Predators. So you did get the horrific monster-like Predator. So she went up against a superior Predator, apex Predator, if you will, and she survived. So I haven't watched anyone's review, and I'm definitely about to be watching that. As far as Greg and Tyrone, definitely want to watch the review. But I give this a solid 9 out of 10 because I was entertained from start to finish. Like I said, that slow build for the first 30, 40 minutes of just character build of just the Comanches tribe. They're going against the lion. And then she's just telling the whole time something else is out there. She's really, really good at tracking. So it's just that character build for her. And I felt like with the final fight, it kind of was rushed a little bit, But like I said, the overall best part of the movie is the Predator going against a Frenchman because he's killing him in stylistic fashion of a Predator. That's what I really like. But all in all, I really, really love this movie. If I would have to rank this movie, it would be Predator first, Predator 2, Prey, and then Predators. Everything else, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I sit there and tell myself I will rank this behind Predator 2 because I really, really enjoyed Predator 2 as him being out in LA as the concrete jungle, going against Danny Glover and Bill Paxton and the whole gang. So that's why I said, I'm like, this falls behind that, but I love that they brought back the essence of just being out in nature, trying to hunt and going against these predators. I am here for it. So, you guys enjoyed my review of Prey on Hulu. You guys check it out. Subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.